We've got a huge week ahead of us. We've got 5 of the Magnificent 7 reporting earnings. We see Bitcoin right now while I'm shooting this video is pushing up against 70K. Yes, we're finally back to getting very close to touching 70K on Bitcoin. And we've talked about it all year long that we would likely see some form of a momentum push towards the end of this year, going into the month of November and December. We've talked about the fact that Bitcoin dominance would peak in this time frame, and as it began to cool, we would then see the alts begin to run. That is the backdrop of going into this week here, Monday. We're looking at 5 of the Magnificent 7 reporting earnings, along with a ton of other companies, and the big story is going to remain to be AI. And what they're going to be looking for is the same level of investment and spending an initiative pointing into AI. They want to see that all of these companies are continuing to push that narrative forward, that they are finding the money, making the money to invest and differentiate themselves from their competitors, because this is an AI race. And we're going to find out this week amongst these top market leaders which ones is winning the AI race. That is what everybody's going to be looking for when these earnings come out. It's actually less about where they've been, but where they're going, and they're going to be looking at the spending to determine where they're going. Now, I've got technicals for a handful of companies for you today. I'm going to briefly touch on Tesla again, even though that's in our rearview mirror. They already reported earnings. They were one of the first of the big tech companies to report earnings, and it was a surprise beat. And so we're going to see if these companies can continue to show that same level of strength, or if Tesla was an anomaly. Right now, the price action has continued to show strength, and so I've spent some time in the charts, and I want to show you guys exactly where we have to break out above, or if we fall below, it'll show a little bit of a pivot or a change in the upswing. I'm going to break that down for you guys today. Tomorrow morning, we've got SOFI's earnings. We're going to take a quick peek at that chart. But the next big company I want to focus on is Google, because there is an incredible bullish pattern formed on the chart. And for the last 30 days, it's largely been moving sideways, looking for this earnings for the potential breakout. Now, I'm going to give you guys the technical lines there, but I want to give Google the benefit of the doubt. And I think it's ready to explode. If this earnings turns out well, then it's going to be a very big price move. And I want you guys to remember how powerful a couple of the earnings that we got and the reaction by the market was very powerful. These weren't little moves up. We're talking, these were mega moves up, and I think the exact same thing could happen to Google, and I'll break down that chart for you. Guys, this is the Stocks with Josh show today. I appreciate you joining me. Hit that like. Remember that there are scammers in the comment section. They impersonate me. In addition to that, they follow me over to the Stocks with Josh Discord, the Chart Goat University, and they present themselves to you the minute you join. They DM you, and they are using my name and my photo, and they try to get you guys to think that it's me. I'm not going to direct message you in Discord, but when you join, we will find each other in the chats and we will talk there. Now, this morning I jumped into the chat midday, about an hour after the market had opened, and I shot out 3 trades, okay? All 3 of them were winners, and each one of them would have covered the cost of the highest tier of the Discord. But some people immediately followed me and immediately followed me to profits, and others didn't get the timing just right. And I just want to make a point about this, guys. Even if you had me signaling the right moves at the right times, first, the market moves very, very quickly. Okay, so the market was very choppy today. We had a lot of sideways movement between the bulls and the bears, sort of pulling back and forth. And so the plays were small scalps, very profitable, but they were quick in and out plays. And if you have not, if you can't follow the charts yourselves, when I go to alert it, you're still flying blind. And that's why I want to invite you guys to join the Stocks with Josh Discord so that you can begin your journey of learning how to trade by yourself. It's great to trade in a community. And I personally think that once you join a community, that's the best place to bounce ideas off of each other and to be connected with other great traders. It's not just me, it's the whole community of crowned traders, guys that are in there, some doing penny stocks, some doing technical analysis on long-term trading, but you're doing it in a community. But you can come and learn how to do it with me. And then when I give a signal, you'll be prepared, you'll be sharper, you'll be able to get in and out and make the same level of profits that I'm making. I had a really good day. We're gonna do it again tomorrow. And on Wednesday, I'm gonna do a live trading session with the VIP community. We're gonna make more money then. That's what we've been doing, guys. Okay, Tesla. Let's talk about Tesla. Tesla has not broken down. Tesla is continuing to float higher, and I believe that until we get the rest of big tech's earnings, I think that it's going to continue to move to the upside. High-risk assets like Tesla and Bitcoin tonight are going higher, and the market is come up to its near all-time high, and so far nothing has slowed this market down. And I would tell you that the data is not there to justify a sell-off, especially when you've got a Fed who's easing into strength like we've seen through Tesla, right? And we might see this week through 5 of the big tech companies. If these companies come out and show that they're doing well and that they're increasing revenue the way that Tesla did, and the Fed's easing, well, that's why the markets is going to have a blow off top. That's what I see happening. Let me take you briefly into a couple charts so that you guys can see what I'm immediately focused on and what I'm going to be doing and how I'm going to be trading these companies tomorrow and the next day. Let's go check out those charts. All right, first thing I wanted you guys to look on the Bitcoin chart and the fact that we're coming up against this 70K level. It's the top of our descending bullish parallel channel. We're above the second half. The top half of the channel is the bullish half. The fact that it's consolidated and slowly moved down is also bullish. And we are very close to getting a potential breakout move. You're looking at the monthly candle here. So we are watching this $70,400 level because personally I believe that when we cross that price threshold, that's when the momentum really is going to pick up with some power. I also wanted to point out on the monthly time frame, the fact is that we have our moving average lines have curled up, and both of them right now, guys, both of them are pointing up, showing an increase in momentum. All right, let's just take a quick peek at all the companies that are reporting earnings. I wanted to break down for you guys that tomorrow before the market open is SOFI, after the market close is AMD, Google, PayPal. I wanted just to mention, even though I'm not covering PayPal today, this has been a play that I've been in for the last week, and I'm still bullish on them. And I'm going to take and keep a small position going into their earnings. I'm also going to do the same with Google here, Alphabet, and SOFI. I am a little bit more cautious on, even though I do believe that they're going to potentially go up after earnings. So I'm bullish right now on SOFI, PayPal, and Google. And I think that AMD is a little bit more complicated. I'll have to cover that in another video. Now, Wednesday, we've got Eli Lilly reporting earnings, Microsoft, Meta, Coinbase, Robinhood, Hood. These are all ones that I'm interested in trading and will be talking about in my upcoming video. Do not miss that. Okay, let's get into Tesla because today I identified to everybody in the middle of the day that resistance on Tesla was at 272.20. And you can see that we've gotten rejected there and we've pulled back. Now, I've made a very clear point. Tomorrow, if the price pushes above 272.20, I'm going to be loading up. I'm going to be filling my bags, not in a long-term investment, but in a short-term momentum play in call options. 272, above 272.20, you got the smiling face over here. You want to jump in because this is where the stock price is really going to accelerate, and it's going to get halfway to the target of 297 in a single day. Now, on the other hand, I've spent a lot of time identifying this price in particular, 258. Now, this is a level of support. It has been resistance. Now, if you follow me, you understand how things that have previously been resistance will eventually get broken, and then they'll get back tested. And that's where the real test is. It's on the back test. So I do think that tomorrow we could see a back test of 258. And what we want to see, mostly after Google's earnings, is a huge bounce off of this 258. But it's not until it crosses 272 that it is in go mode. So calls above 272 for me and puts beneath 258. Now, if we get above 272, you've got to be careful going into the rest of this week because any one of these big tech companies could pull Tesla down. And so you've got to be willing to cut your position quickly if we get some bad earnings from one of these 5 companies or 2 of them. And if so, even though you might be long Tesla, it's time to hedge your position if price falls beneath 258. Okay, wanted to talk about the SOFI chart, and I'm going to keep it very simple. We've gone up, all right, over 50% in the last 30 days. And so my thought process is that SOFI is going to get another pop, but I'd be very cautious if it doesn't hold above 1240 the day after the pop, okay? So again, it's not that I don't see more upside. I think there's been so much up move on SOFI that I think that if we get another up day, there's going to be folks selling into strength and taking profit, and then we're going to likely see it have to come back and consolidate, and in the future hold this $9 level, this $8.98. So we might fail. If we push above 1240, we might find the price comes back because people are selling into strength. And in the coming months, if it eventually comes back and consolidates back at 898, that could be another great long-term entry on SOFI. Okay, Google, I love this chart right now. They do have some problems, but the chart is definitely a bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern. And guys, I want you to remember this because we're in class. The way that you determine what the price could reach if it breaks out of the neckline. Now I've defined the neckline at $168 and roughly 70 cents, but you take the head to the neckline to get the expected move, and lo and behold, what does that do for us? It puts us right back here at the all-time high of 191. Now, what I want you to understand about this is just because that becomes the target, it does not mean that the stock is going to get there overnight. That's not the price that's going to hit on good earnings, okay? What we want to look for is for the neckline, the price point that I gave you of 168. We want to look for that price. We want to look for price to hold above that, okay? For more than a day, a minimum of 2 days, the candles have to open and close above the neckline of 168. And if it does, then it confirms that in the course of time, we may find that we quickly get to 191. That's a go long signal. All right, so that's what I wanted to give you guys today. I appreciate you joining me. Come join me over in the Discord. I'm going to be doing live trading with my VIP members Wednesday and Friday, and we're making money. Okay, it's just that simple. We're making money, and people are learning how I trade. And I'm gonna open it up and do a full live trading session with everybody on every tier so that everybody can make a little bit of money. Now, I'm giving and dropping technicals there, and I'm also going to do a live charting session this week. I'm just gonna jump on one of the days that I'm not live trading, and I'm gonna chart stocks by request. And I'll let you guys know that's gonna be very soon. It's either gonna be tomorrow or Thursday. But come over there and join us. Don't trade alone. Learn to chart. Trade with me. Trade with my crowned traders. And, we're going to make some money. You're not always going to win. I lose. But you have to learn the disciplines on how to relate to losses so that ultimately your wins are bigger than your losses and you're a consistent winner on Wall Street. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm teaching. Appreciate you guys joining me today. Let's follow these earnings. I'm going to be covering more of these companies. Let me know in the comment section which one is the hottest one on your radar. And if there's some confluence, if more than one of you want technicals on that, then I'll focus on that in the next video. While we're watching Bitcoin take off, while we're thinking about the altcoins that I told you guys over the last month that if we got a little bit of a pullback, we want to get in them, especially before altcoin season begins. And I think that Bitcoin's breakout is going to lead to Bitcoin's dominance peak, which is going to lead to it cooling off. Now, when Bitcoin dominance cools off, the price still goes up, but the alts begin to join. That's what I'm excited about, because that's where the real powerful short-term money is made, while my long-term Bitcoin just going up and up and up. That's the game plan. Let me know, guys, what your favorite altcoin is, because I'm going to be bringing on Mark from Tribal Trades this week, and we're going to do some technicals on alts as well. Appreciate you guys joining me today. Peace and blessings. Come join me in the Stocks with Josh Discord. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.